किंतु ऐसे जीव ऐसे जीव मिलना बहुत कुछ है। जो जीव ब्रह्मा जी के पद प्राप्त करने के बाद समाप्त हो जाने रिटायर्ड हो जाने के बाद जब शिव जी के पद प्राप्त कर लेते हैं
and takes the post of Shivji. At that time, that is called Jeev Koti Brahma. At that time, he is called as Jeev Koti Shiv. And in the Kalpa where the Jeev is not there, then Lord himself takes the post of Shivji and destroys. He takes the work responsibility of the Shivji, which is to destroy. That Shiv is known as Ishwar Koti Shiv. Ishwar Koti Shiv. Because that Shiv is himself Lord Sadashiv. This is the written in the Shastras. So one is Jeev Koti Brahma and the other is Ishwar Koti Brahma. One is Jeev Koti Shiv and Ishwar Koti Shiv, and one is Jeev Koti Brahma and another is Ishwar Koti Brahma. This is the philosophy established. The lokas which are below the Vaikuntha, that is known as Sadashiv Lok. There is below Vaikuntha, that lok is known as Sadashiv Lok. When after crossing the Sadashiv Lok, then one gets Vaikuntha. This is the philosophy established. And lower the Sadashiv is Maik Jagat, this material world. And when the Shiv is Jeev Koti Shiv, means who has attained the post of Brahmaji, and he gets the post of Shivji, and that Shiv is known as Jeev Koti Shiv. And this is all within the material world. At that time, Yogamaya takes the form of Durga Ji, means this is the philosophy which is established in the Shastra. So that Durga, which Durga? That is the Antaranga Shakti, Chaya Shakti. That is, and with the desire of Lord, the Durga does all the work. Srishti Sthiti means creation, destruction. Now audible? The Chaya, the reflection, is known as Durga of Yogamaya. The meaning of Durga is two. First is after very hard austerities, the one who attains Lord, that is known as Durga. Because in Radha Upanishad it is mentioned, and one more Upanishad, Durga Upanishad also. Radha Upanishad and the other is Durga Upanishad. In it is written that Swayam Radha Ji with her love covers Krishna, Srimati Radhika. That is why one name of Srimati Radhika is Durga. In this, Shastras mention that the 1008 1008 names of Radhaji.
जो है दुर्गा नाम भी है।
One name is Durga. One name of Srimati Radhika is Durga.
और दुर्गे अत्यंत कठोर
After very, very hard austerities, one who attains Krishna.
दुर्गा जो है
And Durga
माया शक्ति
is also Maya Shakti in this material world.
संसार की कारागार
This material world is like jail.
इस संसार की कारागार
This material world
जेलर माना जाता है।
is known as jailer.
जीव जो जीव भगवान के भजन
The jeev who doesn't do bhajan of Lord has to stay in this jail of material world.
जैसे अपराधी को जेल
Like the offender is kept in the jail.
ठीक उसी
In the same way,
माया देवी
Maya Devi,
जीव के खाते हैं।
it is a work of Maya to give punishments to the jivas who do not do bhajan.
जो भजन करेगा
Those who do bhajan, the Maya Devi will not give any punishment. Did you understand?
ये समस्त विचार
This is everything given in Shastras.
भैया एक होता है भैया करीब अपराध भैया करीब शब्दों में इस जगह अपराध होता है भैया
In this material world, everything is changeable. Nothing remains constant. Everything is changeable. Like from milk, if you put something in milk, that milk changes its form and turns into curd, yogurt. From milk, it turned to yogurt. But from yogurt, we cannot make paneer. So Advaitavadi people, they do not want to accept this philosophy. This is known as Parinamvad. From one true thing, when it changes its form to another thing, that is known as changing. This is the Vaishnav language. One true thing, like milk. And if you add something in milk, like if you put anything, that turns into yogurt. The milk changes to the yogurt.
इस प्रकार का विकार है विकार
In Chit Jagat, in that transcendental world, there is no anything changing. The theory of changing is done because of the Maya, because of its three gunas, Rajo, Tama and Satagun. Even the mind of the human also changes. Like sometimes it is in Satagun, sometimes it's Rajagun, and sometimes it is Tamagun. When it is Satagun, the mind becomes stable. When one does pious activities, that comes under Sattvic gun. In Rajasic gun, this minus comes that I do. Who do? Meh. It is done by a sheep. Sheep says meh, that I have done. This attitude comes under the category of Rajagun. This is the play of the Maya. All this comes under the category of Rajagun.
In Rajagun, creation is taking place, and in Tamagun, destruction takes place. these three gunas of Maya. The beyond, what is beyond?
Maya.
What is beyond Maya?
Maya Ati, the
The three gunas. Oh, the abode of the Lord is beyond the three modes of material nature. Inclusion. It's called Aprakrit Dham, the transcendental realm, Chit Jagat, where there is no effect of Maya, the illusory potency of the Lord. These goodness, passion, and ignorance. The three modes of material nature, they put us into illusion. Why, when our desires are not fulfilled, then we become angry. When, like the child is not given anything that it desires, then it becomes angry. Like the shloka in the Bhagavad Gita. This anger then leads into destruction. After quarreling, everything is broken. When there is argument, even the phone is thrown and broken. iPhone. These are all the effects of the illusory potency of the Lord. But this is not there in the abode of the Lord. This is called Vaikuntha. Where there is no effect of Maya in Vaikuntha. She has no right in Vaikuntha to have any effect. Maya performs everything. Even if you do not want, Maya makes you do things. Arjuna is saying, I know what is good and what is bad. But what is making me do these bad things? To become angry, is it good? No. So I do it. From a small child, right up to old age. They all know it is not good to become angry, but why? Arjuna asked the Lord, why? I know what is good and bad. What is making me do this? Then the Lord says, Kama esha krodesha samudbhava mahasano mahapapa. Where does this come from? From the Maya's tamagun, mode of ignorance. This is what makes us become angry. In this material world, we have this false ego. Then earth, water, fire, air, all these things are elements are created and transformed, and they have their dharma, their innate nature. It's not. We know that it's not good to become angry. But why do we become angry? Because we don't have the knowledge of the transcendental. Then we perform irreligious activities, and we don't have any discrimination. There was once one Brahmin
नेवला शब्द देखो
क्या? हाँ? सो क्या था?
नेवला, सांप को मारने वाला।
हाँ? सांप
को मारने वाला।
सांप को मारने वाला है ये। हाँ.
The one who fights with
Oh, it's the one who he had something that could fight with a snake. He went to have a bath. Oh, it's like an animal, a small creature that can attack snakes. Then the Brahmin went to have. Mongoose.
और ब्राह्मण उसको देखकर सोचने लगे
The Brahmin.
सोचने लगे मेरे छोटा जो आप 2 महीने के छोटा बच्चा जो है उसके नेवला ने किया
when he came back, he had a baby, and he's thinking that this mongoose had killed the baby.
वो ब्राह्मण के क्या हो गए
Just seeing this, he took a stone and killed the mongoose.
थोड़ी घर में जो अंदर में देखा
So he looked inside the house.
वो सांप आ गया था
There was a snake.
और देखो नेवला ने कि सांप को केगी
The
दांतों के टुकड़े टुकड़े करके
the mongoose had cut the snake into pieces.
नेवला भी उसके पुत्र के रक्षा किया
That mongoose had protected the baby, but the Brahmana did not think what could have had happened. Just seeing the blood, he became angry.
फिर जब करा तो रिपेंटेशन वर्क नहीं आया जिस नेवला ने
Now he was lamenting. This mongoose had saved my son's life. Now I have killed that mongoose.
अच्छा ब्राह्मण मारा क्यों
Why did the Brahmin kill the mongoose?
वो विचार शक्ति
Because he had lost his sense of discrimination.
क्रोध के द्वारा क्या क्या होता है
Because of anger, we lose our sense of discrimination. At the time of wanting to lose one's temper or becoming angry, one should think carefully. What will happen? When should I speak? Or I should not speak. Just stay quiet. When there is husband and wife is quarreling, then it should stay quiet.
अरे नहीं राजा
Huh? Nahi? Oh, close your doors and then stay in the house, in your room, and drink some water.
क्रोध क्या अपनी के वक्त
Krodh is like fire. Krodh, anger, is like fire.
और आग पे बुझाने के लिए क्या चाहिए
What do you need to put out fire? Water.
क्रोध हुआ क्रोध क्या
That anger that is in your heart,
बुझाने के लिए क्या चाहिए
that has to be put out by the water.
पानी क्या है
This water is known as vivek. Some consciousness, some way of proper behavior, etiquette, vivek. Water is a symbol of that consciousness.
उसके क्रोध के दमन करने के लिए क्या
To control this anger, we have to use our discrimination, our intelligence. That's why Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, this shloka, Kama Esha Krodha Esha. It comes from the mode of passion and ego, that I am the doing, me.
माया के ये गुण जो है वो क्या
The Maya's 3 modes of material nature, they affect the mind.
मन को जो स्थिर कर लेते हैं
One who is able to control the mind, then he is able to remain stable and sober.
मन को क्या करें
So the Lord is saying, control the mind.
मन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए दो विचार दिखाए क्या है मन को कैसे कंट्रोल करो
How to control the mind?
प्रयास
by practice and renunciation.
व्यास और विरागी के द्वारा जिसके मन कंट्रोल नहीं है तो वो सिमट
One who is not able to control the mind
कुछ करना
will not be able to do anything.
जैसे ब्राह्मण
That Brahman,
नदी में स्नान करके आके देखा
when he went to the bathe and they come back, return,
और न्यायालय के मोह
and he saw blood on the mouth of the mongoose.
दिखाते जाते देखो तुम्हारे बालक के मैं
But the mongoose could not say, I saved your child from being bitten by the snake.
वो पुरस्कार लेने के लिए बैठा था
He was
उनके पुरस्कार उल्टा कर
Puraskar?
Awards.
Huh? Award. He was looking for a reward. The mongoose was thinking he'll get a reward. But no.
न्यायालय को उपकार किया कि नहीं किया
No. The mongoose saved the child. But the Brahmin didn't understand. He made his own decision, came to his own conclusion that this mongoose had attacked my child. And therefore there was blood on its mouth. He did not think to make a proper decision, come to a proper conclusion. One should think carefully before acting. In this material world, the living entities, they do not have this sense of discrimination, control. Anything we need to accomplish, we need to think carefully how we will do this. There is always a cause and effect, karya and karan. We should not come to a conclusion quickly, but one should carefully take this. Why we do not make a decision all at once? Because until we get full evidence, then we give a decision. Somebody said something, and then you react and say something straight away. But we should be thoughtful. This is called vicharan. By careful consideration. One should be very calm and quiet and considerate and stay neutral until one knows the proper situation and circumstances. There's 6 enemies. There? Huh? Yeah, it means keep attacking us. These 6 things. This is true, is it not? How will you be saved from this? By careful consideration. We have to be careful what we are eating. This will help us to. What you eat, we will become. That our mind will become. This saying, ahara suddhi, chitta suddhi. For this reason, our food should be pure, clean, and sanctified. That which is very pungent in the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and very rotten, stale, old from one day to the next. You should not take that. That becomes in the mode of a mode of ignorance, like somebody who is drunk alcohol. This intelligence becomes spoiled. And that person comes home and beats his wife. Starts taking his frustrations out on his wife. Huh? What?
why is the wife becomes the prey of husband at
Ah,
that time when he's drunk?
the wife becomes the prey of the husband.
Why?
Why?
She's asking.
Oh,
Gurudev,
why the wife becomes the prey of the husband? She's the only one there. Why is the husband attacking the wife? Because he has no discrimination. He has lost discrimination. क्या बोला?
Now it's opposite. Wives beat husbands these days. The roles are changed.
Oh, now it's the opposite. The wife is beating the husband. Not everybody is a leaf of tulsi, very soft and calm and quiet. Those who take intoxication, they become affected and lose their sense of discrimination, and the brain becomes damaged. Yeah. Taking drugs, by taking such things, we become mad, dysfunctional, and lose our intelligence. They're useless. For this reason, the Lord says, so one's food must be very pure and sanctified in the mode of goodness, even if that food in the mode of passion is not good. We will become like that, what we eat. That food becomes transformed into different elements which we cannot see. What we have eaten today, after 7 days, it becomes in blood. That becomes the mind. For this reason, it is said in the scriptures, our food must be sanctified and pure. Then our consciousness become pure. And when this consciousness is pure, we can meditate on the Lord. In the Upanishad it is said, we can attain the Supreme Lord in this way. One. So the main meaning of Brahma is Bhagavan. Rit Brahma. Satya, Vijatya, Sajatya, Vigatya, Ved Rahit Brahma. Sagata. Sagata, meaning all the incarnations of the Lord. There is no discrimination between them. Sajati. Vishnu himself, or Krishna, appears as Ram, sometimes in Krishna, sometimes in Nishinga. We should not have any discrimination. Sajatya, this is Sajatya. There's the Bhed Rahit, without difference, because the Lord is one. Our Master is one. There is one God, not two. This is why it's called Sajatya. All the incarnations of Vishnu, they are one, same. Sagata, there is no difference in their activities. By their limbs performing these pastimes, our senses, human being senses, the jiva senses, they can only perform one activity with each of their individual senses. Like the eyes can only see, the legs can only walk, the hands can only perform its own activities. The Lord also has hands, legs, eyes. It hasn't got hands. Lord hasn't hands, but the Lord performs activities with transcendental hands. It can perform any of activities with any of his limbs, like we say drishti bhog. We eat through our mouth. We take with our hands and we put in our mouth, and then we taste, and then it goes in the stomach. And then we say, "Oh, very nice preparations. Now my stomach is full." But the Lord, with any of his senses, he can perform any activity. In the shloka, by any of his senses, he can perform any activities. By his eyes, he can walk. We cannot walk with our eyes. For this reason, oh, sorry. Did I stop? It's wrong. Sorry. The Lord performs multiple activities with any of its senses. We can not see without our eyes. If we take our glasses off, we won't be able to read. And that everything will look blurred. It looks like buffalo. The letters look like buffalo. Our senses are limited. We can see only 10 meters ahead. We have these limitations. Brahm, Pramad, Vipalipsa. We mix up things that look the same. This is Brahm. And in this, the mind becomes bewildered. Our senses become weakened. Vipalipsa. What is Vipalipsa? Your cheating propensity. I am not a sadhu. The others is saying I am a sadhu. Then this becomes Vipalipsa, cheating person. We should have the qualities of a sadhu to be qualified to be called a sadhu. This is, then if we don't accept this, we use this to our own favor, we cheat others. Propensity. In English it is called cheating propensity. This is present in the conditioned living entities. Yeah. So I am talking to cheat. We cheat ourselves in this way. Brahma. We spoke about Brahm first. Like if you're at night, you're walking, you see a rope. You think that is you thought it was a rope, but it's actually a snake. That's why they say we mix up the snake to be a rope and the rope to be a snake. And this is only present in the conditioned living entity, not in the Lord. The living entity is absorbed in his or her own sense enjoyment and forgets the Lord. And this is pramad. Vipalipsa, this cheating propensity is there in the living entity. And Karanapata. You should try and understand this. वो क्या है? वो क्या है? Okay. But
senses are not working properly.
yeah, all the senses are not working properly. Not perfect senses. Like we cannot see at a distance things after 10 meters, 5 meters. Sometimes you have double vision. If you put a finger and you see, two. If you have high pressure, they'll put one finger in front. How many fingers can you see? And you see one or two? Or small and large. They show you different size of letters. Can you read? Then they put the machine on, and then they look. Because our eyes are very fine nerves, and that needs to be checked. That's why the senses are dysfunctional. Brahm, Pramad, Vipalipsa and Karanapat. As we get older, our senses become weaker and they speak back. They refuse to work properly. Where the bell rings first? Just on the side of the ears, where your hair starts to become white. And then the bell starts warning signal. The train is coming. And 10 minutes before the train arrives, the station master rings the bell. When the train is about to come, it gives this signal. Say, in this way, the Lord gives us a signal just by our ears, the white hair. Then we try and pull this hair out. Then, when it becomes more and more white, we start coloring it. But how long will he carry on? Now he's bald. There's no hair on his head. There's no need to color his hair because he has no hair. If you have white hair, then it looks better. This is the condition in the material world. This is the limitations of the senses. But the senses of the Lord are Satchidananda, Anadiradi Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. The Lord can perform all different activities with any of His senses. If He can listen through the ears, He can also eat through the ears. He can eat with His feet, He can eat with His eyes, He can do anything. Look how amazing the Lord is. The living entity cannot do this. With our eyes we can only see. And if we don't have eyes, then we'll become blind. If we try to put food in our nose, if we try to put food in our eyes, and then if we put food in the nose, we'll start to sneeze. Until that has come out, you will become very uncomfortable, very at unease. But the Lord, He can perform any activities with any of His senses. For this reason, the shloka is stating, and this is called Sagata Bhed. Bhed, right? The Lord can do any activities with any of His senses. Sajatiya, Gata, Vijatiya Bhed. What is Vijatiya Bhed? How can we understand?
दूसरी वेब होता है अब जी।
the
किंतु उसमें भी
opposite.
नहीं रहा। जैसे देखो हमारे नाखून है,
Like in our nails on our body.
नाखून काटो तो
If you cut your nails, you don't have any pain.
उंगली पे काट दो कष्ट।
If you cut your toe, yes, you'll get you'll pain. But your nails, when they grow and you cut them.
तो क्या करते हैं?
Nowadays, people don't cut their nails.
उसका बड़ा दे रहा है, डिजाइन बना।
Design nails.
आज उसका कलिकाल जी है।
In Kali Kal,
पहन के को अच्छा नहीं लगता है। क्या करें?
they don't like to wear
काट काट
nice clothes. They want to cut their clothes. And
एक बार एयरपोर्ट में गए, विदेश गए,
once I went to the airport in the foreign countries,
एक लड़की
there was one girl.
अच्छा उनको जो है ऐसे 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 काटा।
There's holes in her clothes. I was saying,
हमारे इंडिया में तो गरीब लोग
there's poor people in our country here in India, but I didn't know that
दिखने में तो इतना सुंदर लग रहा है।
she's looking very well, pretty. Yes, she put
बिल्कुल जो है वो से क्या
she have glasses, style, fashionable goggles,
हाँ
shades. She was wearing shades.
सोचा ये क्या बात है,
What is it? It's very unusual.
कपड़ा खरीदने के लिए पैसा नहीं है।
They don't have money to buy clothes.
मेरे मन में ऐसे
I thought in my mind,
वो भी कपड़ा जो ऐसे ऐसे उल्टा करता
is the cloth when her feet, it was cut in a way that was flapping,
है। ये ऐसे ये कपड़ा ये वाला है इसे ऐसे
and like this.
आगे भी निकाल
The thread was hanging from the cloth.
देखो ये हमारे को पता है। दरिद्र व्यक्ति वो फटा कपड़ा पहने तो लोग उसके
It's
निंदा
a,
करते हैं।
it's a, but
गरीब फटा कपड़ा पहने लोग उसके प्रणाम
now the people who wear, poor people wear torn clothes, they criticize. But the rich people who have holes in their clothes, they offer obeisances to them. So this is the contradiction in this world.
हाँ। और वही कपड़ा जो है अभी निकाल के तो
No,
कैसे कपड़ा
if you give the same cloth to a poor person, they said, then they will be feeling insulted.
तो लोग से क्या कहेंगे? ये कहाँ से आएंगे?
Aywa.
लोग से क्या कहेंगे?
People would say, criticize.
वो कुछ नहीं है।
This is
वो केवल
nothing.
हम धनी हैं। जिसमें हम ये फटा
I
कपड़ा
am
पहने हुए हैं।
rich, therefore I am cutting these cloths to become fashionable, and people will look up to me, will respect me, and they'll think I am fashionable. I'm thinking, what is this?
कुछ बोल नहीं पाते।
I could not say anything.
मन में सोच
And I was thinking in my mind.
तो फिर एक भक्त को मैंने पूछा
Then I asked one devotee,
ये क्या है?
what is this? Oh, I said, Maharaj, this is the characteristics of the Western world.
आजकल वही लेकर के चलते रहे।
And that's what Indians are now copying. This stupid nonsense.
पर उसके लोग उसके बोल मानेंगे।
People show great respect towards it. If they see a poor person wearing torn clothes like that, they will feel disgusted.
धनी व्यक्ति पहने
But when a rich person wears such clothes and they become respectable, for them, for the rich people, this is fashionable. For the poor person, they are already wearing torn clothes, and they will feel insulted.
स्वजातियों विजातियों
Ved rahit Sujati vijati breda. The nails are part of our body, and if there's no pain in cutting our nails,
बाल को काटो।
if you cut your hair, there's no pain.
ये बाल नाखून आदि शरीर की तुम नहीं है। ये तो भेद रहा है।
But there is a difference. There's no difference in the Lord.
और देखो और एक उदाहरण दिया जाता है जैसे मकड़ा देखा ना
Makra, the spider,
अच्छा मकड़ी और मकड़ा
Male or female, makri, makra. As you say,
अच्छा देखो वो क्या बोलते हैं
the spins its web.
जाल वो कहाँ से बनता है
Where does it come from?
क्योंकि लार से
It comes from the mouth of the spider.
किसी कारण से नीचे गिर जाए
And how it falls, but it lifts itself up with the same saliva that's coming from its mouth.
लार जो है अपने मुंह में
And that takes that saliva in its mouth and brings itself up. This is amazing.
आप लोग देखे होंगे कैसे आप देखोगे वो नीचे गिर जाता है
And then it falls. And it is caught by its own saliva and pulls itself up.
भगवान ने सृष्टि किया
The Lord has made it like this.
ये इसमें दिखाते हैं देखो भगवान कैसे विचित्र
Look how amazing the Lord is.
और वही मकड़ा जो है
That spider,
मकड़ा देखो जाल
when it makes its web, it moves very easily across the web. But when the fly is caught in the web, it cannot move.
अरे छोटी बड़ा बड़े की बात नहीं वह पर
There, if a mosquito,
दूर करके जादू के
the spider then catches what is stuck on the web,
इसको खा लेते हैं
and it just eats that.
वो सिर्फ मकड़े उसकी भी कमजोरी है
Mm.
हैं? कई प्रकार होते हैं
So,
जो भगवान की विचित्रता है कि
this is the amazing creation of the Lord. So how is this example, Mara? So how?
Variety.
Yeah, variety, but how it?
कपड़ा जो बनते हैं
Like in our clothes,
वो देखो कीड़ा वो भी अपने
the
लार के द्वारा वो
like the silkworm,
ये बनाते रहते हैं
it make cocoon.
घोंसला बनाते हैं
Cocoon makes a silkworm makes a cocoon. English में cocoon, cocoon, cocoon. Yeah, so silkworm, cocoon, cocoon.
आज वो क्या करते हैं वो कीड़ा क्या करते हैं
What that silkworm does makes a cocoon from its own
पूरा बंद कर देते हैं अपने
silkworm and encases itself in there.
उसको लेकर के
Then the farmer, they come and take that cocoon and puts it in boiling water, and the insect inside dies.
और वही लार के द्वारा
That same
क्या बोले
substance is created to make, is used to make cloth. The example here is of the conditioned living entity and the liberated souls and the Lord. Beyond the three modes of material nature, they can move freely in and out across, just like the spider can move across the spider's web. Like the example is given of living entities in this world who are bring up their children and nourish them and educate them. That same person, it rejects you and puts you in an old person's home. We see this happening today. This is the trappings of the material world. Why does this thoughts come into the mind of these persons? This Gurudev saying, you ask them why you do this. That person, those parents who have brought you up, and they are ungrateful persons who put their parents in old person's home. They are not grateful or thankful. When they get old, then their children will do the same to them. This material world is like that. this material world is carrying on like this.
ये विजातीय वस्तु हो रहे कि नहीं हो रहे?
This is called Vijatya.
केस आदि हमारे शरीर के अंग होने पर भी वो अंग क्या नहीं मानते?
Although the nails are part of the body, but they are also separate.
अरे सूर्य जीव है, नाखून को तो
The nails,
शरीर के अंग हो रहे कि नहीं हो रहे?
the nails are considered part of the body.
नाखून पूरा नहीं है, किंतु नाखून के जो बढ़ जाता है उससे
When the nails get bigger, you can cut them, but they have no sensation.
शरीर का अंग हो रहा है।
They are part of your body. Even being part of your body, they have no sensation. This is called Vijatya, not affected.
ये समझ
Trying to understand this.
और इसलिए मकड़ा के उदाहरण दिए
And then we give the example of the spider web, and by its own saliva, it creates from its own mouth this web, and it can take the web inside its mouth. The Lord is like that, and the Lord's illusory potency, Maya. The Maya is the Lord's potency. One is Chit Shakti, Jiv Shakti, and Maya Shakti. Where does that Shakti stay? Where does that potency reside? It's not separable. It's inseparable. We cannot separate the potency of the Lord and the Lord. Where Krishna is, the illusory potency is not allowed to come near. It has no right. In this shloka, that this Maya is described as the darkness. There is saying the shloka that the Maya, this illusory potency, has no right to stay close to the Lord. This is the conception of simultaneous oneness and difference. The inconceivable potency of simultaneous oneness and difference. There's difference and there is similarities. This difference and similarity. The nails of the body, the finger and the nails are separate. But the nail is attached to the body. When it comes beyond a certain point, then we can cut it. But when it if you can't cut it when the nail is too short, then you will cut your skin and it will bleed. How the Lord has created this. The nail is joined to the main part of the body, the fingers. When the nail grows, then you can cut it. If what's that? When the nail is cut, of course, what is cut from the body won't grow, like the hair. If you cut the hair, yeah. If you pull the hair, there's pain. But if you cut it, there's no pain. There is simultaneous difference and similarity. And this is all taken into consideration. We have to enter into the philosophical conclusions. Otherwise we just chant Hari Bol, Hari Bol. all the foreign devotees are saying, and everybody's running after them. Oh no, and all their money is stolen from their pocket. After Mangalarti, when you क्या निकालते हैं?
सुबह आज जंगल में निकल रहे थे
when we
devotee आए मेरा सच्चा नजर
somebody is giving an example of somebody he left this morning in Vrindavan after Mangala Aarti. He was doing his anik, and not even 2 minutes he was in the bathroom. Today in Gopinath Bhavan, we don't know, they took his phone. You do Haribol, but keep guard of your belongings. They're all Mahabhagat. Yes, do Haribol, but be careful of your possessions. Or give it to somebody and take responsibility. Do not leave your baggage unattended, otherwise it will be destroyed.
Not destroyed.
Stolen. It will be stolen. Yeah. So many thieves wandering around, pretending to be devotees, putting on tilak, and they put neck beads and dhoti, kurta, like who knows whose phone it is or whose belongings this is, especially during parikram. Yeah, you have to be very careful. If you don't be careful, then we'll lose everything. Yeah, just the first time this devotee went to parikram, same thing happened. Right in front of her, somehow somebody took something out of her purse, opened the zip, and took her mobile phone out. I wanted to ask something, she said.
Personal problem.
What? Yeah?
Personal problem.
Oh, no, it's just a personal problem.
ये कल्प भेद में होता है भगवान ने
क्या प्रश्न पूछा तुम्हारे से? प्रश्न क्या था?
ये प्रश्न
What this question is asking?
ब्रह्मा के द्वारा जो सृष्टि देवता होता है
The creation that is through Brahma,
और प्राकृतिक सृष्टि में जो होता है उसका
This-
अंतर क्या है?
what is the difference between the transcendental creation
जो सृष्टि आदि करते हैं
and the creation of Brahma? That creation of Brahma
अपने तम गुण के द्वारा करते हैं,
is by
के द्वारा करते हैं।
through his mode of passion.
जैसे ब्रह्मा जी ने पहले सृष्टि की
The Lord, the Brahma first created
ये मनुष्य दृष्टि का
the
मनु और
Manu and Shatrupa,
अब उसके पहले ब्रह्मा जी ने क्या सृष्टि
and before that, what did he create?
मानसिक रूप में जो है
In his-
सृष्टि आदि करते हैं, जैसे
In his mind is the four Kumars.
ये विकार से नहीं हो रहा
The,
विकार से होता है
one is through transformation, creation through transformation, and one through the desire of the Lord.
भगवान के जितने भी ये सब क्रिया आदि है
These are the activities of the Lord, his desires, just like the four Kumaras. How did they manifested from the mind of Brahma? They're called Manas Putra. Manas Putra, from children of the mind or from the mind. And just by thinking, they were manifested from the thoughts of Brahma. And at the end, when Brahma created, before that, Manu and Shatrupa. This Manu Shatrupa. What do they do? By the transformation of the bodily interactions, like the man meets a woman, then creation of a child comes about. In this way, through Manu and Shatrupa, the progeny of mankind was increased. And before that, it was through the mind, creation through the mind. Even ego, but the four Kumaras, they came from the desire of the mind, of the Lord. Desire of the Lord created the four Kumaras, and then these things become more and more subtle, like ego, false ego, that I am the doer. But by the Lord's sight, vision, then it stirs and stimulates the Maya, the illusory potency of the Lord. Then it plants the seed of the living entity in that stimulation, and then creation takes place. From each element becomes more and more subtle. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. These elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and each have their own qualities. The creation is subtle, complicated. This process of creation, how it's taking place. If the living entity is not impregnated in the substance, then the change cannot take place and creation. The human body is manifested, but if there's no life given into that human body, then it cannot do anything. Even the elements, if they are created, but there's no consciousness put into them, then they cannot do anything. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, 28 elements are described. What are the 28 elements? The 5 gross material elements, 5 gross elements, earth, water, fire, and ether. And then the objects, and from each of those one element manifests. From earth manifest sabda, sight, smell, taste, sound. Sound is in the air. Ether has sound. In earth there is ras, taste, form, sound in the air. Gandha, Prithvi. In earth he's saying there is smell. So, but each of those have one characteristics. In the earth there is all five. In water there is touch. In fire there is heat, roop, fire. In fire there is form. Each element creates another element. They are called Pancha Tanmatra. The objects of the elements, and then the working senses. Then on top of that there is mind, intelligence and ego. Then there is Atma and Paramatma. Now there's 26. It's not still complete. And the two Purush and Prakriti, the last two elements. Prakriti means Sabhav, the inherent nature of that element. So the male ego is that it says, I am the doer. Until you don't have this ego, then you cannot perform any activity. When you go to sleep, you have all the senses with you, and but there is no. They're not working when you are sleeping because there is no consciousness or desire. They are dormant. And so until they are woken, when they are woken, then this ego comes. Then that desire to perform activity. But some who are sleeping, they are lying unconscious. Some people even sleep with their eyes open. Mostly we sleep with our eyes closed. When animals, they sleep standing, like a horse. They sleep standing. This is amazing creation of the Lord. There are these 28 essential elements. If the philosophers have analyzed 11 elements, 16 elements, some have presented 20, some have presented 24. Sanatana Goswami Pad, said, has established 28 elements, essential elements. Even the presiding deities of the different limbs are manifest. The Ashwin Kumars of the nose, the Surya is of the eyes, Vishnu is the feet, and the presiding deity he is present in each of the working limbs of the body. The presiding deity of the ears. Kaan ka kaun hai? Didn't say. Man ka Chandra. Man Chandra. The moon is the presiding deity of the mind. Indra is the presiding deity of the hands. Once in Upanishads, so many small stories are there. Not until they're given these examples will they be able to understand the concepts and the principles. So there was one very proud person. He was always saying, I. He created, through his acquired wealth, a botanical garden.
हरे स्टेशन की नहीं है कलकत्ता में बोटानिकल गार्डन नहीं है
There's a botanical garden in Calcutta. Anik, there's so many botanical gardens now. They're arguing where botanical gardens are.
आप कलकत्ता में जाएंगे
If you go to Calcutta, you can find a botanical. London में भी है, man. Botanical. In London, there's botanical gardens. Haribol. ठीक है. And there's different varieties of flowering plants, shrubs, trees. So this person, very proud person, made this garden. And all the plants and shrubs, they were very beautiful. And with great endeavor, he had acquired from far lands these variety of plants from Japan. These bonsai. Very, very nice to look at. Very different types of flowering plants. He made a beautiful garden. When somebody used to come, he was glorifying himself. That I bought this from here, and then I did this and that I did. I said, I will. Achha, okay. That's one. There's once a cow entered that garden, and that cow spoiled the garden. And then he became very angry. I'd taken so much endeavor, but this cow come and destroyed my garden. He took a stick and beat the cow. He became angry. He doesn't see the consequences of his actions, and he hit the cow, left his body, died. Then the visitors were going to coming. Then very quickly, and on the back side of the garden, and made a hole and buried the cow there, and put grass there and covered that area. And now the killing of a cow, the reaction is going to come. At that time, Indra came. Who is the presiding deity of the hand? Indra. It came as a visitor and started to say, me, I did this, I did that, like this. I did all this. Indra said, that. Then Indra pointed to that mound in the corner at the back of the garden. He was showing interest in that. Then he showed him. Found out that the man had killed the cow. Now you have to suffer the consequences of killing a cow. He said, I did this, I did this. I am the, it says, who's the presiding deity of your hands? Indra did. But no, how can you say that? But you were saying. No, he's pointing to that mound where the cow was buried. He was thinking that Indra will take responsibility for killing the cow because he's the presiding deity of the hand. He used the hands to kill the cow. But when he was saying, I made this garden, he was saying, I did this, I did that. But now, because he did something bad, he's blaming Indra. He does not want to take the responsibility. He's sending the reactions of the sin of killing the cow to Indra.
केवल तुम्हारे हाथ से मैं काट
And Indra is saying, I will cut your hand and take with me. Bihari Lal ki jai.
इस संसार के
In this world, material world, if there's something good, they take credit. Anything bad, they blame to somebody else. Yes.
बाप जब करने बोले हम तो नहीं करते और जब
This,
दूसरा करते हैं, अपने करते
they want to take credit for all the good things, but anything bad they do, they blame somebody else. But we should,
भगवान की कृपा से मैं प्राप्ति
if there's good, we should always remember the Lord. By their mercy, by the Lord's mercy, we were able to do this. But
ये छोटा सा कहानी के दौरान
in this story, the Indra, who's the presiding deity of the hand,
वो इंद्र जब ये शक्ति का हाथ में शक्ति को जब ले लेते हैं
when Indra takes that potency away from the hand, then it just stops working. When the presiding deity of the ears go, then the ears stop working. And similarly with the eyes, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 3rd canto, these presiding deities are described. Who is the presiding deity of the ears? Eyes is the Dig Devata. Dig Devata. Dig Devata means the directional, presiding deity of the directions. Like when we eat and digestive fire, fire, Agni, is the presiding deity of the stomach. The tongue is written, is showing the list. Akhilesh. Yeah. Michael. Those who worship the demigods, demigoddesses, they do why? From the past and history, because they offer water to the Surya Dev, that they become pleased, and my eyes will stay good. Whether the Surya is pleased or not, whether you offer water or not, one day or another, the eyes will go. Even words of the Lord, worship the Lord. While during the pastimes of Giriraj Govardhan, the Indra became upset for the offerings not made to him. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord say, Arjuna is asking, if you are all in all, why do people worship the demigods? Eyes, Surya is the presiding deity of the eyes. Our eyes, when old age, with the strength of the eyes, the potency of the eyes will diminish. This is the nature, dharma of the body. Whether you worship Surya Dev or not, one day or another, the eyes will sadly diminish, progressively diminish. This is the nature of the human body. Kis dharma? All the limbs of the body will eventually diminish and stop, or they'll become reduced, because this is the nature. The Lord says, Krishna, in telling Nanda Maharaj, those countries where Indra is not worshipped, is there no rain there? Who worships Indra in the ocean? Largely the water, rain rainwater falls on the ocean and the tops on the peaks of the mountain. Indra is the presiding deity of the rain. That we have to worship them. And this is all this potency is coming from the Lord. Prakriti, material nature, will continue to perform its function. In the shloka, in this material world, what we see, all the activities are performed according to their duties, but they are not independent. So therefore it said, when somebody gets a position, then they become proud that I am the doer. Without me, this cannot be done. And from this, that fall down comes. This is the importance of the pastime of Giriraj Govardhan, that illustrates how proud Indra was. And when Krishna stopped that worship, and Raja, now the Lord has become the king and the citizens have become the subjects. Indra was saying like this to Krishna. Then the Lord punished Indra. In the Gita, what he is saying, under my guidance, everyone is performing their duties, roles and responsibilities. This is your job, this is your job. Then become proud. Then the Lord took all his responsibility and he could not do anything. The Lord is Darpahari Madhusudan, one who punishes and sanctions. If one has this proud ego, the Lord takes that away. It's a very important shloka. If you see everything around you is working under my direction, the Lord is saying, I am the doer, the controller. You worship me, the Lord says. By worshipping the demigods you will not get anything. But people don't understand because there are many thousands of examples. Once Brahma is the creator, that responsibility has been given. In the Brahma Samhita, Brahma, you in your heart there is the mode of passion, you should perform the act of creation. And Brahma created. It's pretty prominent. Shivji is destroyer, Brahma is the creator, Bhagavan Vishnu is the maintainer. So Brahmaji is performing creation. Brahma became very proud. When he comes to that position, I am the doer, I am the doer. Then Brahma one day was thinking, I'm doing this, I don't want to do this anymore, don't want to do this job. Who's going to do this work? And somebody will take. Brahma was thinking, there's nobody who could do this, the Lord will call me back. Sometimes we're thinking, if I am not there, who will do this job? If the father does not do his duties, then they think the society will collapse. कौन भोजन नहीं करते? Oh, without the father, the children don't eat. They will eat. So Brahmaji sent his resignation letter.
पास भेज दिया।
and sent it to the Lord.
ब्रह्मा जी के मन में ये भावना हुई
So in the heart of the Brahma is this,
ब्रह्मा के घराने ब्रह्मा जी अरे नहीं
that the Lord will pacify Brahma and ask him to take his position. I'm dependent on you.
भगवान ने क्या की
What the Lord did,
भगवान कृष्ण उसके रिजाइन लेटर को क्या करे
he accepted Brahmaji's resignation letter,
भाई पद खाली हो गए
and now the post is vacant.
दूसरे दिन भगवान ने प्रातः काल में
Then early in the morning, the Lord announced, the first person who comes to me will get this post of Brahma. Early in the morning, when Brahma saw,
दरवाजा खोले
when he opened his door,
जंगला से थोड़ा खोले
and, opened a little bit to see what's happening outside.
चारों लोग जो है लाइन में चले
There was a line of person going. They're going. They were running fast.
ब्रह्मा जी पूछे
And Brahma said,
ये लोग कहाँ जा रहे हैं
"Where are these people going?"
ब्रह्मा जी के देखो
His,
ऐसे सिर में चक्कर है
his head was spinning.
लोग कहाँ जा रहे
Where are these people all going?
हैं अरे भाई
Wait. Where are you going?
अपने दरवाजे
So nobody was stopping,
जिसके पकड़ के जब वो
and he's trying to catch somebody
तुम लोग कहाँ जा रहे हैं
to answer his question. Where are you going? Nobody wants to stop. Everybody was running,
इसी प्रकार से ब्रह्मा जी
and somehow or another caught one person
बताओ
and said, "Okay, tell me, where are these people going?" That person said,
भगवान कृष्ण ने
Lord Krishna,
ऐलान किया अपना
he announced very early this morning that person who arrives at my gate first will give this position of Brahma.
पद खाली हो गया
This position is vacant.
वो ब्रह्मा जी ने जो था वो रिजाइन दे दिया
The Brahmaji resigned,
क्या हो गया
and the position became vacant. To attain that position, all these people are going. Who will reach there first will give them that position of Brahmaji.
ये तो मैं
This is my post, Brahma realized.
सोच रहा था कि भगवान हमें आकर के
I was thinking the Lord will pacify me and
हमारे पद के लिए
insist I take the post back.
इतने लोग दौड़ रहे हैं
All these people are running to take my post.
भाई हमारे पद कहीं नहीं चल रहे
And Brahmaji again ran to the Lord and prayed to the Lord, "Please give me back my resignation letter."
आतंकवादी संसार की
In this world, it's like this pride.
इस संसार में जो होते हैं
In this world,
सभी कहते हैं हम नहीं रहते मटके से
we think, if I'm not here, how would this temple run? How this mutt will run?
मैंने एक दो साल है थोड़ा
Every 2 or 3 months, used to arrange something through somebody. The Lord arranges. The Lord is doing. He is the doer.
अहंकार और ब्रह्म ये शिक्षा है
This is a teaching
कहानी के द्वारा
by these small teaching.
उपनिषद में अनेक
In
चीजें
the Upanishads, so many different teachings are there.
हैं, उसमें सब ये- अरे कितने उपनिषद है
So many Upanishads.
उपनिषद एक ग्रंथ
है।
उपनिषद ग्रंथ पर
Read Upanishad.
कहानी के द्वारा
There's so many little stories.
उपाख्यान उपनिषद का है।
Upakhyan, Upadekyan, Upadesh.
उपाख्यान कहानी के द्वारा
Yeah. Nee?
Upakhyan Upanishad,
Oh, Upakhyan Upanishad.
not the book.
No, not the book.
जब कथा सुनाते हैं तब होते हैं, जैसे ही कथा ब्रह्मा जी की
Like the story of Brahma.
आनंद आ गया
Yeah.
ब्रह्मा जी दूर दूर हुई हमें
Brahmaji ran and asked for forgiveness.
देखो एक पद के लिए
For one post, thousands of persons were waiting.
इस संसार में इसी प्रकार है
In this material world, it's like that.
संसार में काम करते हैं पिता कहे माता कहे
We
भाई
can't-
ये सब सोचते हैं मैं कर रहा हूँ
If they're thinking in this world that I am doing this,
मैं नहीं रहा तुम लोग कैसे
If I'm not here, who will feed you? We think like this.
अच्छा पिताजी मर गए,
Maybe the father has died.
अगर दूसरा नहीं
Who will look after the children? Somebody will look after.
विद्वान भी होता है, लिखा पढ़ा भी इसमें,
They maybe learn it. That is according to their karma.
काल मैंने एक सुंदर एक
Yesterday I gave one example.
है, एक राजा था,
There was one king.
हाँ प्रकाश
Just go.
आपसे हाँ, वो सुंदर कथा है,
It's a very nice story.
उसके एक कथा सुनते हैं, इस कथा में
Just tell this one story. In short, all the kathas in the Upanishad. There was one king with 3 daughters. When they were aged to be married, the king said, "What you are doing? How are you managing?" The first and this middle daughter, they said to their father, "You are feeding us, you are nourishing us and protecting us. If you were not here, then how would we maintain ourselves? How do we eat?" The youngest, "What do you think? I'm eating according to what is mine due to me, my food. I'm working. I'm maintaining all 3 of you." The 2 other daughters, they said to the father, "You are the provider." But the youngest daughter said, "I am eating according to my fortune. You are just the instrumental cause." And the father became angry. And there's long pastime, but then the 2 daughters were married to a nice family, and the youngest daughter was married to a very poor person because he was angry with her, what she had said. And the eldest and the middle daughter were married to a nice, rich family, and the youngest daughter was married to a poor family. And somehow or another, she was passing her days. According to time, the eldest and the middle daughter, their husbands became poor. Then the king gave all his wealth to the eldest and the middle daughter. And in that way, the father lost all his wealth. Then the king was thinking, "What is my youngest daughter doing?" The youngest daughter's husband did so much hard work, and acquired wealth, and became a king in himself. And the king saw, "How did you manage this?" I by my own effort." Then the king's pride became broken. Fortune means by one's hard work. One has to work hard, or work doing good activities, performing pious activities. All the living entities are performing, getting according to their karma. Sometimes we have wealth, sometimes those days will come, we don't have anything. Sometimes there's many different varieties, and roti with ghee and very tasty. Sometimes we have to eat dry chapati. Meaning, what is written in our destiny according to our past fruitive activities. If it's not written in our fortune, where will it come from? One person was going to his in-laws, the son-in-law. The mother-in-law had called him to take prasad, and on the way there was one old lady, and she was playing with the sand from one side to the other, and I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm seeing whoever is going from here or passing, I'm seeing their fortune." So the boy said, "What is in my fortune?" Then she played with the sand, and she said to him, "Today you are not destined to have anything to eat. Just now my mother-in-law called me to take a meal at her house, and she has made many different types of preparations, pakoras, kachori, like very opulent Jamai Shashti. Many different types of preparations were made." And this lady is saying that today you are not destined to take any food. Let's see. Okay. Then go take this meal and see. Come back and see me. The mother-in-law had prepared many different types of preparations. Many preparations, and sat down to eat. The mother-in-law was serving, parosre, serving, not started to eat yet, and then took one hand morsel, and then in his mind he remembered the old lady who told him that today you are not destined to have any food. Just at that time he smiled, and the mother-in-law thought, "Why are you laughing at me?" Sometimes laughing it can be very bad and very dangerous. Without any cause, to laugh, smile, can be interpreted in a different way. The mother-in-law said, "Why are you laughing? There's no salt in this preparation. Why are you smiling? Why are you laughing? Did I not make this properly?" The mother-in-law spoke a little bit harshly in the tone. The son-in-law, even if they're saying something nice, sometimes it's misinterpreted. He was just about to take a morsel of food in his mouth, and then, "Stupid nonsense, rascal," then this came out of his mouth, because his mother-in-law had spoken a little harshly. The mother-in-law spoke harshly to the son-in-law. "You have not eaten such tasty preparations in your life before." So he took the whole plate and he threw the plate. "I'm not eating in your house," and left. And then met that old woman. The woman said, "I didn't eat. This is not in your fortune." In the Srimad Bhagavatam, saying the Lord, if He does not desire, if there is so many preparations in front of you, you will not be able to eat. The fridge is full, but the Lord has given one disease, diabetes, rasgulla. The doctor saying, "Rasgulla you cannot eat, too much sugar." In his mouth is water coming. In Chaitanya Bhagavat is saying this. If it's not in your fortune, in this shloka, the Lord is saying, you will not be able to take your meal if you're not destined. So in Hindi it is saying, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Lord. Yeah, today, if you go, the prasad will be finished. So it's not destined. Hare Krishna. If every grain of rice is destined to go to a particular person or place, even if you have so much money, but the doctor said you cannot eat roti, that husk you have to mix with water and eat that. You cannot eat roti. Mummy ne roti banaya. Roti mere liye rakhi. What is destined for you is destined for you. Being born in a poor family, you can become very, very rich. But one who is very, very rich, one day he is begging on the streets. You will have to believe this. However, whatever you say, if it's written in your destiny today, you will have. Jai Shri Gurudev ki Prasad yaad aa raha hai. Ani labh jas. Ani labh jas. Yeah, all is predestined by the Lord. The Devi Parvati is saying, Devi Parvati. There's another occasion in the Ramayana, Tulsidas Ramayana, when the daughter Parvati was going to marry Shiva, and some dakshina kiya. It says you're marrying somebody who's got snakes around his neck. Parvati's mother said in Ramcharitmanas, this pastime is Hani, Jas and Labh. It's predestined according to your previous fruitive actions. This is written by the Lord. Providence. Tai vidhi rakhiram, tai vidhi re. Tan jan hani labh sahi. Hani labh, profit and loss is we all want that we have become somebody glorifies us. And put your hand on your heart and say, we all want this name, fame, fortune, that my glories will be spoken of, but you will get only that which is destined to you. Remember this. Ramji ko bhaiga. Whatever the Lord desires and wants, that will happen. I'm not saying do not endeavor or try. You cannot say that if it's in my destiny, it will come. You cannot say this. When one king, the king of the jungle, the lion, will not sit there idle and think that the deer will come into his mouth, jump in its mouth, and the food will be there. Even the king of the jungle, the lion, has to endeavor hard. Just open my mouth and the food will jump in. You cannot think like this. It has to endeavor.
आपने जितना
then
है वही सुनना ही।
what is destined to you you'll get and be satisfied that. Jai Go Pramanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai Srila Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Time kya hua? We have to do Sastri Vachan. Jai.